I'd like to acknowledge some very special people who need to be honored today. The first one is Gordon Swift, who this boat is named in honor of. SWIFTY. Gordon was a wonderful boat builder, passed away a couple of years ago. He taught here for many years. He was the key ingredient in building and leading our crew through the construction of our beautiful friendship sloop out there, the Belford Gray. A great guy. I always wondered, there's a lot of boats out here that are named after very special individuals, and I always wondered, after SWIFTY's passing, what boat we were going to be able to attach his name to. And I think this boat is the perfect boat. It's a wonderful design. I want to acknowledge Ian Altred for all those beautiful drawings that he does with his design. She's fast, no matter what the breeze. And SWIFTY worked like a bat out of H whenever he was here, teaching for us and in his own shop and stuff like that. So I think it's a fitting boat to have his name on the name boards. There's a lot of people who put a lot of energy into this boat. I want to acknowledge our waterfront staff, Greg and Mylan and Keenan and Tracy, for all the time they put into helping it get together with painting and so on and so forth, and helping Geoff. And I want to extend a very sincere thank you to Geoff Kerr, who was the instructor last year that built this boat. And then Geoff has put in countless hours here, bringing it to the final fruition with what we have here in front of us, with everything from hardware installation to woodwork to rigging and so on and so forth. I'm going to turn it over here to Geoff, who I know has a few words, and then we're going to get it wet. Somebody's going to volunteer to come up here and do a little splash and say a few words.
Thank you, Rich, for realizing after I've been pounding on his desk for 12 years, oh my God, the school needs a Caledonia Yawl. And now we have one. And that's incredibly cool, because this is one of the coolest designs there is. I built my first one 21 years ago this season, and it has kept me giggling for 21 years. And what more can you ask of a boat? And I just want to go back those 21 years ago, because I found out about this design from my guru, Joe Yucha, when I was learning to build boats, who handed me a copy of some magazine called WoodenBoat, where Mike O'Brien in 1986 or 87 or something had reviewed this design when Ian first published it. And that's the kind of things that this incredibly tight synergistic network we have, that's the kind of things that happen here. The magazine made it happen. Then suddenly I got to come work at the school, and things noodled around, and one day Rich said, let's do a Caledonia in the class next summer, and we'll keep it at the school. Oh my gosh, so this one has to be nice, huh? So we worked extra hard, and I had a class of crackerjack students who really bought into the idea that this was going to stay at the school. On the one hand, it meant that none of them could win the raffle and take it home. But on the other hand, it meant that none of them had to take a boat home, so they were kind of thrilled with that. So Kim reached into her infinite mind and pulled up the names of the people in the class last year. Dave Sinclair, Jim Kramer, Bob Smith, Andy Scott, Kurt Jeffries, Steve Morgan, Nate Herring, and Brandon Fedor. I'd say 79% of those people are multiple offenders, repeat offenders, alumni who are back often and enthusiastically, and they really pitched in. At the same time, the spars were built in the spar making class. Alumni sanded and painted it this spring. Tracy, who couldn't be here today, helped paint a few weeks ago. And Greg and the guys have just been Johnny on the spot finding things that we needed all week. So it was a communal and school effort, and it was it's a real thrill to have one of these and to have had a hand in a boat that's going to stay here, because this place is magic if you hadn't noticed, and introducing people to fun in boats is what it should all be about. So thanks for coming down, and let's take a boat ride, shall we?